Why take something that you would originally throw in the trash and never see again, when you could use it to create something beautiful, tangible, and useful? Through the process of composting, we are urged to take a step back and let the cycle of nature help us break down our waste in a sustainable and natural process.
But one of the large inputs to the dump is organic material. And even though there's no municipal scale recycling or waste management in the Bahamas, really most of the Caribbean for that matter, there's really no need to put organics into the dump, because all that really happens is they break down over time, generating methane gas, which can affect global warming or climate change. Really that's a really huge opportunity for large and small scale folks to get benefits from the organic materials. By minimizing what you put into the dump, you can really have a pretty tremendous effect on both the local and global environments.
Composting helps create a closed-loop system that turns waste into nutrients that can then be used to grow food. In my apartment, I keep food waste in bins in my freezer, and when those bins are full, I take them to the compost pile. So all of my food waste and organic material goes into a compost pile. Once that compost decomposes, it creates nutrient-rich fertilizer that I add to my soil, and I use this soil to grow my plants. So it closes the loop from waste to food production. These are the plants that I grew using the nutrients from the food scraps in my apartment.
So at the Island School, what do the students do to contribute to composting?
Alright, well, after each meal, we take our scraps to the compost bucket, and then those are brought back to the orchard in the compost area, and then they eventually start to decompose.
This experiment reflects the compost efficiency to hold moisture in the soil. With 100% sand, more runoff resulted due to the lack of organic matter in the sand. The sand stimulates all agricultural soil with low amounts of nutrients. With an even amount of sand and compost, we had 10% runoff, which is significantly better. But with 100% compost, we had 0% runoff, reflecting how efficient compost is in absorbing moisture.
TCMS, we have our own compost system. We put all of our food scraps in here and then we turn it. It's very simple and easy.
Composting in the Bahamas is so good because then we won't have to import any soil and it will be good for the environment.
This is the garden the TCMS has created through composting soil.
Compost is so important to the Bahamas because we can change waste that is generally going into the landfill into nutrient-rich fertile soil.
So please help us raise awareness for compost because everyone could help.
Every school in the Bahamas can compost just like us.
Please compost! Compost!
You can compost!
So compost!
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 Everybody can compost.
Compost!
Compost! Compost! Compost! Compost!
This is your chance
To contribute to the health of our world.
Compost is so good.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So grab a bucket and compost.